Hello and welcome to the channel. Getting your first drone? If you intend to be a serious, safe drone pilot and enjoy the sport, don't waste your money on things like this. This is a toy. You're watching this video because you want to know my recommendation on the best drone for a beginner pilot. So keep watching this video, and after talking about several drones, I will make my recommendation of the best one to buy for a beginner pilot. During the course of this video, you'll see images produced by some of these drones that are being spoken about. In my opinion, if you spend anything less than $300, it's a waste of your time and money, unless it's on sale. Okay, let me make a slight correction. If it's less than $300, it more than likely would not be the best bang for your buck. There are a few companies that make consumer drones, but none of them, other than Autel, come anywhere close to DJI in quality, performance, and pricing. Customer service also. Look, I'm not one of those people who go around pushing products for companies. Hell, I don't even buy any clothing that have a brand name all over it. See this hoodie? Plain. My shirt, oh, my shirt is not plain, but it's not advertising a company, so to speak. I simply refuse to be a walking billboard to a company that have paid my hard-earned money to and walk around advertising for them at the same time. Moving right along, there are a few drones I would recommend to you if you are a beginner. One is the DJI Mini 2 SE. Which goes for around $300. Sometimes you can find it for a little less than that on sale. Or you can go to the DJI website or even online and buy a used one, DJI website, you can get a refurbished one. If you want to move up the ladder, you can get the DJI Mini 3 Fly Mode kit for around $699, or move on up to the Mini 4 Pro for about $1,000. If you have the money and the need for it, you can move on up to the Air 3, and that will cost you anywhere between $1,000 up to $1,600, depending on what package you get. Now, here are a number of things I would recommend to you before you even open up the box and begin to fly. If you have chosen to buy a DJI drone, first thing you want to do is download the DJI Fly app, create a DJI account, register your drone with DJI. Make sure you get the DJI Care package, because that will protect you for 1 to 2 years based on what plan you choose. Believe you me, it is worth the value. I always buy mine through DJI as opposed to using Best Buy, because that's where I buy my drones. And they offer a service also. Their service is 3 to 4 times higher than what you would pay at DJI. You also want to create an account with the FAA by going on FAA.gov, and on that you can register your drone for $5, and that $5 will cover 3 years of registration. Now, if you are a recreational pilot, you register for 3 years, you can put all your drones. If you have 10 drones, you can register those drones under that account for $5. If you are a commercial pilot, which means you have taken your test and passed it, your Part 107 test, that will enable you to work with your drone to earn money. Now, there are many ways you can earn money. Those things we can get into at another date. In that case, as a commercial drone pilot, it will cost you $5 per drone. FAA.gov is the only site I would recommend to register your drone under. There are people who will advertise online that they will register it for you, but they'll always charge you more money. So go with the FAA and you get this for $5. Okay, next, one of the things you want to do almost immediately is take your trust test. That is not a test that you can really fail. It doesn't cost anything. It's just a knowledge awareness test. You can do this test through Pilot Institute. They make many of YouTube videos. You can go onto the website, pilotinstitute.com, and under that, you can search and see where you can take that trust test. Once you are approved, they will mail you a certificate. Pilot Institute also offers many different courses for drones. So if you decide you want to become a commercial pilot and pass your Part 107 test, you can get courses, pay for courses through the Pilot Institute and study on their online course and then take that test. All right, folks, as I promised, it's time for me to make my recommendation. I highly recommend a sub 250 gram drone for a new flyer. 250 grams for several reasons. One, there are less restrictions imposed by the FAA. They're cheaper. And three, they're very easy to transport. Each one of those are very capable, dating back to the DJI Mini 2 all the way up to the DJI Mini 4 Pro. The Mini 2 is kind of old, so I will not go back that far to recommend that to you. So my recommendation would go to the Mini 2 SE, and then those who want to spend more money and get a more capable drone, the Mini 4 Pro.
Takeoff.
Would be my recommendation.
Home point updated.
This is also a sub 250 gram drone. Has a much greater flight time than some of the earlier drones, much better camera, and more features that the SE does not have. One, as I already mentioned, the camera, it has protection all the way around it, omnidirection protection that will keep it supposedly from crashing into objects. But no matter how good your protections are, there are such situations where you may crash your drone. A lot of times it's not because of the drone problem, it's due to pilot error. One of those conditions is if you fly near twigs in the branches of trees, or you're flying near power lines, telephone lines, the drone will not see those. Also, at night, under low light, these sensors do not work. None of them work. These two in the front provides protection upwards, sideways, and in front, and slightly downwards. These here in the back provides protection for the back, upwards and sideways at the back. Back, left, and right. The bottom sensors that are located here in the camera are used for sensing the ground and landing. There's also a light on the bottom that aids in low light when you're landing. And some people use it at night and put it on and have it on all the time so they can be able to spot their drone more easily in the sky. All right, folks, that's my story and it's sticking to me. Look, folks, every one of us, when we got our first drone, were anxious to fire that baby up and get it up in the air. But I urge you to take your time, do your homework before you fly your drone. Here are a few things I can recommend to you. One, download the UAV Forecast app and familiarize yourself with it. There's a video up here that you can go on, click on that and check it out. Download the Aloft/Air Control/Air Awareness, which is the new app that should be online right now, and familiarize yourself with them. Here are a few basic rules. One, do not fly your drone higher than 400 feet. Two, do not fly your drone beyond visual line of sight, meaning you must be able to see your drone at all times. That has not too much to do with how far your drone is from you. In other words, don't fly your drone on the other side of a building or be on the other side of a tree to where you are standing, because you won't be able to see your drone and anything can happen while it's over there. I know there are people who are opposed to this rule, but let me tell you, if you don't follow this rule and you fly a drone to a point where you cannot see it, you have no idea if there's a bird that's trying to stalk your drone. But as long as you keep your drone in sight, you will know when there's something around it that may attack your drone. 3, do not fly over crowds of people, no matter what drone you have. Do not fly over moving vehicles. Moving vehicles covers people on roller skate, people on bicycles, people on skateboard, people on cars, passenger trains, buses, boats, etc., etc. Before I sign off, if you have gotten anything of value from this video, please do not hesitate to give me a thumbs up. Share the video with family and friends. And if you don't like this video, don't hesitate to share it with somebody you don't like. Okay, folks, enjoy. Merry Christmas. Oh, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.